Hi everyone, my name is Haiiileen. I'm a multi-dimensional artist based out of Miami. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a large-scale installation artist focusing on light and colorway theory concepts. And this is my 360 studio visit. So one of the really cool things about my space is I really love to use color, light, and objects to create a scenario and an environment where I'm able to produce, and the process of my work just continues to generate within each of every single one of my projects. So right now you're currently in my studio. This is my office, and inside my office I really love to start developing different concepts and ideas where I'm able to sit down and start cultivating different designs and start really doing the day-to-day realities that help me take my concepts and bring it onto the production floor. And then here we are. Since most of my work is really about using a bunch of different mediums simultaneously, I really love to use photography, videos, sculptures, installation to mix it into one microverse. So I like to think of my office as a little microverse of different material and processing information where I'm able to continue on my cultivation and my curiosity to lead me to my next body of work. I'm really excited that even during quarantine I've been able to really start diving in and using my energy into producing, continuing on the process of producing more bodies of work. So over here I wanted to show you some of my photography pieces. These photography series I'm putting together so I can start, and you'll see them throughout my office space, where I'm going to start developing a book of my progression as myself as an artist and as a photographer that involves with me photographing my own body of work. So I really enjoy the frame of an image because it helps me create the frame of my reality. So it's really important to always be in sync with the perception of how I'm able to produce objects and how I'm able to create that world where the spectator is able to also get a glimpse and insight into how I'm feeling as an artist as well. And of course, I normally like to use these different tools to help me with inside my body work. I like to use, obviously, I have a laptop. I have an HP laptop, a Spectre. Then I like to use my Google Pixel Slate, where it helps me. I'm able to go ahead, where's my stylus, where I'm able to go ahead and start really fine-tuning a little bit more my images and making sure I get them into portfolio ready. And then obviously over here I have two cameras where they're both on my phone, and they're both Google Pixels. So yeah, so these are kind of like my tools that I like to use on a day-to-day. And then over here you see we have a little aquarium by BioOrb. They're really fun, really cute, like with the colors. And then over here you'll see I have my sculpture that I actually just published during Super Bowl with Tidal. I'm really happy to be a part of Tidal since I have a condition called synesthesia, where my current synesthesia is an audio and visual synesthesia. So in essence, I'm able to see music. So by working with a company like Tidal, I'm able to really harness the beauty of audio and create a beautiful visual piece for them to use inside their different activations. So I'm really happy to be one of their lead visual artists. So I'm going to go ahead and take on this and take you on a quick little tour around the space. These are all my little tchotchkes and material sourcing. So I love to be able to use all of those materials and have them out for so I'm able to like break it down and see like what I'm able to really utilize. This is the back of that sculpture. I started inserting different lengths and stuff like that, but it's really fun. And then over here, we have my boyfriend, Studio James Brazil. He's an amazing architect and urbanist. Say hi, this is Kevin.
Cheers.
They're working on projects. So it's really great. A family that builds together, stays together. So it's really great that we are able to work and we have this amazing studio space to work off of. So then we go ahead and we are walking into now the production floor. Really excited to be having this production floor. This is so this studio is around 2,500 square feet. As you can see, we're in a section of Miami called Alapata, and it's really fortunate because we just have the luxury of space. So we built out this mezzanine, and I'm really OCD, so I really love to catalog all my materials. I have them by sections of different parts of a production, between different fabrications, to paint, to pre-production, post-production, and just archiving different material sourcing so that way I use it whether I know when to use it on a production or I'm able to archive it for future productions. The other great thing about having everything so beautifully cataloged as well is like when I'm ready to be on the floor and producing a new body of work, it's kind of like this organic flow where I'm able to really understand where all the different materials are and able to really organize and accelerate my concepts and ideas. So I'm really excited about that. And then over here we have these different. This is a new body of work that I've been working on during quarantine. I've had these African baskets made, and I've been working on hydro dipping my own little systems, and I've been able to cultivate these little things. So I'm going to go ahead and take you on now. This is over here. I wanted to go ahead and show you. This is my workshop space where we work, where all our tools are, and we're able to cut and just have all my tools. And then over here we have a new body, a new piece of work I am working on right now. This is a furniture piece that is I'm starting to make. With my idea of the book, I thought for coffee tables, so for the book to go on, and this is now a new body of work where I'm hydro dipping these custom tiles, and I'm making a new coffee table. And then I wanted to go ahead and show you over here. This is some of my earlier work where I have, it's called the Aura. And if you guys go on my website, you guys can see a little bit more of some of the stuff. But I'm really fortunate to have such a large space where I'm able to actually archive a lot of my earlier work. And this is just about 3 years old. I just started sculpting about 3.5 years ago. So I really am excited to see my progression as myself as an artist and seeing where my sculptural artistry continues to grow. As you can see here, I am really organized on that. Then I have here a new painting. This is on the developmental side. I'm starting to use like glow-in-the-dark paintings. So you get to over here, glow-in-the-dark paintings, but it's really nice to be able to play with a little bit more on how light interacts with a different medium. I never really paint, so it's really nice to be able to explore that body of work. As far as like all the mediums that I utilize, I really love my earlier work. Started off with producing. Let me just sit this right down here. My earlier work was mostly about using upcycling material as a part of my artwork. When I first started doing installation back in 2013, and it was debuted with 3 points, which was really great, where I was able to use found objects and upcycling material and being able to start cultivating different scenarios and different environments based off of those. Obviously, as the years progress, my sourcing of different materials and my curiosity of those materials continues to grow. So I'm really excited that I've been able to dive in and start utilizing just such a wide range of different materials. I've been able to weld. I work with acrylic paint. I work with acrylic plastics. I work with wood. I work with. I'm able to chromotherm. I'm able to hydropaint. I'm able to do a bunch of different things. Honestly, it's mostly about the curiosity. That's really the foundation aspects about what I do as a part of like my work, and why am I cultivating this body of work, and why am I producing this conversation that's happening within inside the space. So it's really exciting that I'm able to continue that path. But as you can see, as you can start looking around and you're able to sight around, you're able to really get to see just, since I have such a large space, I'm so fortunate at the moment to be able to be producing at a larger scale. Now that I'm younger and I'm a young artist, producing with large-scale bodies of work, I feel like it's really important to achieve these different milestones within inside my career, so I'm able to continue to, as I evolve, either start focusing or dissecting on producing smaller scale work, or just how now I'm producing more for young collectors. I just produced a show, and if you check out on my website, it's a show called High on Society. It's produced by PMG Development, and in this exhibition, I did a 6-room exhibition for their new building in Las Olas, Florida, where I've been able to really produce, the first time I'm producing now, small scale down, more young collectors, entry-level artwork. And it's really great to be able to start working with different young collectors on the developmental aspects of work, and understanding how to not only now narrate larger spaces, but also how to create a conversation with inside someone's home. So I like to also take a lot of these different elements from the larger scale sculptures and installations that I do, and try to remold them and reshape them into scalable artwork where young collectors as well can be taking them home, and obviously some of these items are for sale too. So this is my studio space. If you're ever in South Florida and you would like to set up a studio visit, please feel free to hit me up. All my information is in the copy. You can reach me at my email and in my website, or you can DM me on Instagram. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Fountainhead, for having me on board. Thank you so much for this studio visit, and I'm super excited to see you guys all really soon. Thank you again.